All right, well, we're going to attack with all 3 of these here. We're going to spit out 6 more creatures, which is going to put the Valet at hopefully enough for lethal here. I believe it's going to, but we'll see. Yep, there it is. GG's. Another well-played game, I believe. 64 for the win, and GG's, baby. Oh my God, this is so much fun. 4 more. That puts us where? 32, baby. That's game. Let's go. Holy cow, that card is busted. GG. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be sniping people on the ladder because our deck provides us the power to deal a one-shot blow to our opponents. Doesn't matter what their life total is, and it leaves our opponents wondering what just happened to us, because today we are running a card called Devilish Valet, and it is absolutely silly, guys. But before I break this thing down, as always, if you're new here and you find any value in today's video, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it is a free way to help support and grow the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it so much. And with that being said, let's talk about this nonsense and get into the gameplay footage because it is amazing. So kicking things off, I guess I should start out by saying that this was a deck that was screenshotted by one of our Discord members. If you guys don't know, we have a Discord, links down below in the description. Somebody in our Discord screenshotted them getting hit for 2 billion damage. I believe the name was Rick. And I thought, I have to try that. And a couple of cards that stood out to me onto the battlefield obviously was the Devilish Valet, Scute Swarm, and Rabble Rousing. So we knew we had to build a Naya shell if I wanted to try to accomplish a similar feat. And yeah, so the way it works is basically the Devilish Valet comes in with haste and trample, which is really broken because of what the alliance trigger does. So the alliance trigger says whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, double its power until the end of turn. So let's just say that we have, you know, 4 Scute Swarms on the battlefield, and we drop a Devilish Valet onto the field with trample and haste, and we drop an Evolving Wilds, cracking 2 lands onto the battlefield, giving us an additional, you know, we double the 4 into an 8, we double the 8 into 16. Now we double our Valet's power every single time one of those creatures enters the battlefield. That is how this person on the Discord image accomplished attacking in for 2 billion damage, because you've got that trigger as well as the Rabble Rousing, which is when you attack in. Let's say we attack in with all 16 or whatever creatures, the Rabble Rousing is going to spit out 16 1/1 citizens. So imagine the numbers you can get up to, guys. It is insane. I will say in today's video we tried so hard because I made a previous version of this in Teamer where we hit for 200,000, but I couldn't recreate that beauty anymore. But this Naya list was way more consistent as far as competitiveness and winning games, so we stuck with the Naya version, and we still got some pretty cool games out of it, but we didn't quite get to 200,000 damage, unfortunately. But man, I wish I would have, because I would have loved to tweet that out. But the rest of the deck is as follows. We're spitting out a lot of tokens. That's the idea of the deck. Get the Valet in, spit out a ton of tokens. So we got Sunset Revelry to help us get to the, you know, the end game of gaining life. We've also got Join the Dance, which is going to spit out 2 humans. We've also got Cabaret Charm spits out citizens as well. This is also going to pump the squad at the end of the game for 1/1 and trample, which is going to be very helpful for closing out a game. It also acts as a little bit of removal, which is great. We've also got the Fabled Mirror Breaker, one of my new favorite cards, one of my first hated cards, so now one of my most favorite cards. It might honestly be in every deck we have read in from here on out. But this card right here is going to create us treasure, which is super helpful. It also can copy the Valet and make some more Valets, which could be really cool at the end of the game. But also this is a great way to help us get through our deck and look for more tools, because there's not a lot of card draw when you're talking about Naya. And then we've also got a sweeper, Incandescent Aria. This thing is going to sweep up the board and avoid killing any of our tokens, which is helpful. And a Seeker's Chariot is just another really good way to put some pressure on your opponent and potentially win the game with, as well as, you know, Scute Swarm and stuff like that. So there's definitely more ways to win than just the Devilish Valet. But if we can get a bunch of Scute Swarms, a Seeker's Chariot, and then attack in and with a big Rabble Rousing, you know, it can end a game pretty quickly. We've also got Burn Down the House for a secondary sweeper, but also it's going to spit out 3 Devils, which can really pump up the Valet as well. And the lands, as you can see, we do have, you know, 3 Evolving Wilds for the Scute Swarm. I do believe this deck, I will be 100% up front with you guys. I do believe this deck does need a little bit of tweaking, but we'll talk about that at the end of the video. I do want to say enjoy the gameplay footage, man. It was a pleasure playing this one. I know you're going to enjoy the gameplays. And we'll meet back here at the end for some final thoughts. We'll see you guys there. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're trying out some Naya jank today. This is going to be very interesting. Thanks to one of our Discord members showing us a game that they had run into on the ladder. Took the screenshot and I was like, you know what? I've got to try that. I've got to try it because it offers some pure nonsense. We can keep this. It's not the greatest because I don't want to crack the Evolving Wilds early, but that's why it's there just in case. But it's mostly for the Scute Swarm copies. So Scute Swarm, I'm gonna hopefully get another one later for that. All right. Let's go straight for join the dance. Let's get some creatures on the field just to protect ourselves here a little bit. It's looking like mono black, which means we have to worry about Meat Hook Massacres. Meat Hook Massacre going to be a pretty big card to blow us up with. Off to a pretty good start, though. I mean, we've got, the Kiki Jiki down, all colors. There's the Meat Hook for one, though. So at least our 2/2 survives, and we can start generating some treasures. That's nice. Draw some cards. Let's go look for the other pieces of the combo. Don't find it. Unfortunate. We'll probably attack in here and then just play the rabble rousing after with the treasure. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good to me. And we'll get a free what? Seeker's Chariot probably. Could just spit out two more. Yeah, let's get the Seeker's Chariot. Let's get the Seeker's Chariot. Oh, you know what? The Cabaret Charm would actually be a really sick card to put onto that, wouldn't it? Because if we're swinging in and we eventually create 10 creatures, like the Cabaret Charm giving trample would be bonkers. All right. This says it's a menace lifelink. Sacrifice another creature. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into the graveyard at the beginning of your upkeep. If there are 5 or more values among cards in your graveyard, you may pay 2 life if you do draw a card. Seems like a lot for not a lot. Do we want to try to generate a treasure here? I think I'm just going to play another Kiki Jiki. And I don't think the treasure is very important at the moment. We don't need to attack into a life-linking body that's bigger than us. Let's just go ahead and pass the turn. They are probably going to attack us, though, gaining 2 life back. The biggest thing is, can we avoid another big Meat Hook Massacre, right? That's good. That's actually good. They're using up the Meat Hook Massacre early. Let's get that out of the way because we're about to drop some Scute Swarms. And I mean, 2 out of 4 Meat Hooks already gone. You'd love to see it. You'd love to see it. I don't think I could discard any of this. I don't think I could discard any of that. We've got too good of a situation brewing here. Too good of a situation starting up. It's nice to have a backup Scute Swarm here too. What did I put in my deck here? I put something in here to help us. No, okay. All right, that's fine. Burn down the house. They are going for the removal, huh? Okay, so now we gotta avoid burn down the house as well. That's tough. That is tough. All right, we're just gonna play this because we don't have a backup Scute Swarm, and we need a land in order to at least copy it. we can't afford to have it just get spot removed right off the field. Here we go. Let's do this. Kiki Jiki. Give me another Scute. Double up the Scutes. Seems like a pretty solid play if you ask me. And see one of these. Now we've got 3 more creatures. We get the free Seeker's Chariot. Look at that. Look at that, baby. Oh man, it's turning around pretty quick. But the problem here again is that they're running full playset, I'm sure, of meat hooks, full playset, I'm sure, of burn down the house. So getting anything going here is going to be pretty much impossible. Unless we can pass, you know, if we can get through this one turn here, if we can get through this one turn, we'll be all right. Probably not. They just deadly disputed their their merchants, which is a card you definitely want to keep if you're them. So they're digging right now for that sweeper. So they just went 3 cards deep. Let's see if they found one. Sure they did. Let's not get our hopes up here. I'm sure they did. Wow, they're running a 3rd sweeper. That's crazy. It really comes down to, are we going to hit our valet with some sort of like drop a couple creatures on the field type of a play? There's really no way around it. All right, I think we play this and then we burn down the house next turn for the Devils. I can't put the valet under there because once we start attacking in and it releases the valet, it's already too late and it can't attack. So we're gonna put a Scute Swarm under there instead. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, deals damage equal to the power target creature. Create 3 treasures. Okay, so they're gonna create 3 treasures. Don't care too much about that. All right, we're gonna create 3 devils. We're going to attack in, creating 6 humans. We're doing the thing, man. We're doing the thing. And then we can spit out even more, creating a Scute Swarm, then putting a planes down, making a copy, obviously. Let's see, face. All right, we really need to draw valet. If we could draw valet and avoid a sweeper here, we win the game. Can we do it though? Slim chance, I'll tell you that. Very slim chance. We just ran into an absolute brick wall of a matchup here. Opponents running, we've seen 3 types of sweepers. Craziness, man. Gain control of target creature to end a turn, gains haste. Okay, so they're just gonna sacrifice that to make it deal damage to me. That's a good sign though. Good sign that there's no sweeper maybe. Oh yeah, that's good. This is all good stuff. I'm happy about this. This is fine. All right, they're probably gonna kill 2 more of my 1/1s, which is a little bit unfortunate because it does put us at 2 1/1s, making only 4 more. So that's gonna slow down the production a little bit. You definitely slowed down production a bit there. Oh, very nice. Very nice. We actually did top deck it. That's crazy. All right, well, we're gonna attack with all 3 of these here. We're gonna spit out 6 more creatures, which is gonna put the valet at hopefully enough for lethal here. I believe it's going to, but we'll see. Yep, there it is. GG's. GG's, my friend. It turns around in an instant. That's just how good the Devilish Valet is. Holy cow, man. We actually survived a game against that many sweepers. Very happy. That was wild. How we top decked the card we needed right there at the end was it's beyond me, but you know what? We waited a very long time to find it, so I think it's only fair. That's a definite mulligan based on mana. This is better. We can get rid of you. Green, red, and white, probably. Or no, there we go. That's perfect. We didn't want to use up the Evolving Wilds just yet. Not yet. Got to get to that rabble rousing. That rabble rousing is really the key here. We all saw just how good that can actually end up being. We're up against the Jund player. Hopefully the Ascendancy gets some, or the Incandescent get some action. Obnixilis, all right. Obnixilis. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? I think we go with the Devilish Valet here and attack in because it has trample, right? So they're gonna need to block it, and puts Ob in a weird position. Obnixilis pretty annoying, I can't lie. Incandescent Aria not as good anymore because we had to force the Valet down early. Wow, really not, it's really not good. They're playing tokens and yikes.
Go ahead, plead for mercy.
A backup Valet or Scute Swarm pop one. A Scute Swarm and popping one insect. Gosh, they are putting us in a bad spot, aren't they? I guess we can Scute Swarm, pop the Evolving Wilds, and go over the top and make sure we can kill the Obnixilis. Man, they're forcing me to do all the things I don't want to do very early. I needed a little bit more time to set up here, but Ob in the 2 tokens, obviously not hitting with the Aria. This is not the type of creatures deck that we would have thrived against. We probably need another red just in case we top deck into a burn down the house situation. Okay, their Ob is for sure dead now. Let's just hope no sweepers, because if they sweep the board this early before we can pop off with our rabble rousing, we're in trouble. Rabble rousing though, I mean, we're probably going to hit their face next turn for more than lethal, so if they don't sweep the board here, we're good. No meat hook and we're good. One, two, three, four. We drop rabble rousing. We spit out 4 more creatures. We attack face. That's going to be like 16 damage, something like that. And then we don't get the free creature just yet off of that play. All right, this is fine. This is fine. We'll take the damage. It's a lot of damage, but we'll take it. We can actually discard the Aria. It's pretty much a useless card, right? No blocks. I forgot about that combo where they can copy the Obnixilis. That's pretty annoying. But like I said, we're going for absolute annihilation on this next play, hopefully. Hopefully. We need all 3 of these cards pretty much, just in case. Alright. So we go green. Spitting out another one. We go rabble rousing. We go here. Go face. 4 more. That puts us where? 32, baby. That's game. Let's go. Let's freaking go, dude. Dude, the Valet, literally, it's game like that. Like your opponent's like, oh, we're playing a game. We're doing well. We're doing well. And then we take 1 turn and it's over. Holy cow, that card is busted. GG. All right. So far, we've been playing some pretty good Magic. Pretty happy with the way we've, you know, decided to make our plays. But I'm not happy that we haven't been able to meme yet on somebody. I'm trying to shoot for like 2 million damage on someone's face at the end of a game. That's the hopes and dreams of today's video. So they've made me and forced me to play my cards a little bit earlier than I would have liked to. So that's a little unfortunate. But hopefully we can get there today. Hopefully in this video, we can make it happen. Just woke up, guys. Sorry, I'm a little tired. That's probably why I'm playing okay right now too, because I just woke up. All right, I get to go first. This is keepable. Anytime we get a Fabled Mirror Breaker for some card selection on Saga 2, that's pretty good. I keep having to crack my Evolving Wilds instantly though, which is really frustrating. I need those to come later in the game on turn 6 for my Scute Swarm plays. This could be a mono white deck, so this might keep us alive as well as this. Okay, so it's Leon and Light Scribe, huh? And we do get it back our Scute Swarm. That's nice. All right, I am going to play a Mirror Breaker, I think. Leon and Light Scribe is cool to blow up, obviously with the Aria, but the problem I have is that I kind of want them to commit a little bit more creatures. I get a little greedy when it comes to sweepers. I don't typically like to use them against one creature in particular, but now we immediately get screwed because it might not be big enough to kill it. No, it will. It's till the end of turn, right? Okay. Yeah, we'll be able to kill it still. Kind of want everything, don't we? What's our play this turn? Creating 2 1/1s, gaining some life, drawing a card, maybe? And then... Or do we just go for the Ascendant? Gosh, I don't know. I just think a Seeker's Chariot might not be great. They have 1 mana for red here. Is it holding priority though is the question. I don't know. Nice. Okay. Whew. I was really worried there. I can't lie. I was really worried to play that because I was afraid that our opponent was going to play a 1 mana red spell to pump that up to get it even bigger. So thank goodness for that. I was scared. I was really scared. I definitely played that out of... I should have played that last turn, but it's fine. All right. Let's go with this is so tricky. This is actually really tricky. Let's get a card. Gain some life. Gosh, I just need to make sure I hit a land. You know what I'm saying? Like I need 1 land. Let's create another treasure here. Safety, and then they're gonna block. Makes sense. Okay. At least we immediately break the shield counter. That's nice. Maybe we just drop the valet here. Yeah, maybe that's the play. Drop the valet and then we hit the join the dances and maybe a Scute Swarm next turn. Like if we could do both, that'd be phenomenal, right? If we could drop a Scute Swarm and then hit... What are they gonna take? Oh, thank God. Okay, they have no idea. They have no idea. They have no idea how badly they just screwed up there. I need a land though, bad. I need one bad. Come on. If I can hit a land, we absolutely win this game easily. Let's go. Okay. White, green. Okay, perfect. All right, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. White. Another well-played game, I believe. 64 for the win, and GG's, baby. Oh my God, this is so much fun. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh my God, what a game. Oh man, I could not be happier with that, man. That was so smooth. That was so smooth. This deck is so cool. It is so cool. I just absolutely love the explosiveness of this deck, man. It just goes off so fast. Jeez. With the 2 Evolving Wilds. Why does this happen? I feel like there's so many more scenarios that are way more realistic to get in my hand that are just not happening. Mostly when it comes to the mana base. At least with the Evolving Wilds, like we can actually go get what we need, which is nice. But again, you just want those for the Scute Swarm because you saw how good they actually were against our opponent when we actually hit the Scute Swarm. All right. We can get down to Fabled Mirror Breaker for Kiki Jiki and start ramping, hopefully. Another Magecraft deck. What is going on, man? What is happening right now? At least we have Burn Down the House, which is nice. Obviously gonna blow up our 2/2. But we're probably gonna attack in with it anyways, just to get the treasure and get us going. But at the same time, we need another land, not an Evolving Wilds. There we go. That'll work. That will work. I don't think I need 2 burn down houses. I think 1 is fine. There we go. That's actually really good. It's actually really good. Okay. I might be able to attack in freely here. Oh, they have something. Unfortunate, man. Unfortunate. Well, we are going to hit the Illuminator, I believe. Oh, okay. Well, we get rid of the Leonin. That's cool. But that is okay. All right, here comes the double strike. No blocks. We're gonna eat whatever damage this turns out to be, even though it's gonna be a lot. All the conniving is so brutal too, man. They get to look for whatever they need, really. Okay, they just played the same card essentially. All right, so it goes back to a 2/2. This really stinks because I'm gonna have to blow up the board, unfortunately. Or I could just put some creatures in front of it, but if they give another like trample situation, we just die. So I think we have to attack here and burn down the house, which feels so clunky, to be honest. But man, I feel like it's necessary. I do feel like it's necessary. Ouch. All right, well, we do have Sunset Revelry, which can also put some bodies in front and gain us some life back. No drawing cards, though. Yeah, I would probably do this now because we won't get the bodies otherwise. Guess we're cracking this because it just bit me in the butt that I didn't crack it prior. Could have played the Valet on top of that. It's all good though. They're gonna draw a card and sacrifice. That's fine. Wow. Of course, it's a spell they can cast 2 times now, huh? It's fine, I guess. It's fine because we do have to burn down the house again. Let's yeah, let's do it, I guess. Feels bad, but without a creature, they're pretty much, their deck doesn't work, so it's nice. Let's do this. I guess we're just gonna do the slow beatdown again, unfortunately. Not what I wanted to see. I really, really want to get to the point where we go crazy, but opponent's not really allowing it, unfortunately. All right, Cabaret Charm. We're probably gonna give 1/1 and trample to everything, and we win the game here, I believe. Excuse me, I gotta clear my throat. All right, another Valet, which is gonna pump up the other Valet, and then we Cabaret Charm. We could just put more creatures on the field just to make it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the 2 1/1s. All right, and these things get pumped again. And we get in for definitely lethal, right? They could pump their Leonin Light Scribe though, block the 8/8 somehow. But even then, the 4 gets through, the other 4 gets through. I mean, there's also lifelink. Yeah, there's lifelink. Wow. Not bad. Is that enough? It is enough. Oh, there's 0 actually. Nice. Right on the dot. Right on the dot. Beautiful. Well, that's not, again, I want to get the big play, but we gotta get the right opponent. GG. Still looking for our golden goose, man. We gotta get this. Because I'm telling you, I made a Bant version of this deck. Not a Bant, what am I saying? Teamer. I made a Teamer version of this deck. It wasn't as good at all, so that's why we readjust it back to the Naya. But the Teamer version, we hit the 200,000 plus damage with the Devilish Valet almost instantly. So I'm hoping we can do that again, man. Just for the clip, you know what I'm saying? Just for a nice little intro. All right, we've got the Fable Mirror Breaker, which is it's actually such a nice card. I can't believe I slept on that card for as long as I did. It's actually phenomenal. Being able to sift through your deck on Saga 2, that's really what we have it in the deck for, which is nice. Okay, and we don't even get to do that now. That's fine though, we have pretty good cards in hand. Pretty good cards in hand. All right, that's tough. More than one spell each turn. No thanks. No thanks. I think I'm gonna draw a card here. I don't think there's gonna be a moment in this matchup where we're gonna spit out, you know, 1/1s or gain life. So let's just eat it up now. I'm okay with that. We'll keep the beatdowns coming. We'll keep the beatdowns coming. We really need to draw into some better cards though here, man. Holy cow. A Scute Swarm right now would be really nice. That could get us going on what we need to do. Meat Hook for 2 though. That's actually nice. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get that sucker out of the way. We could go Valet, hit them in the face. That would bring their elixir down and then burn down the house next turn. We could, again though, kind of throwing off our groove, making us force our Valet out early. Hate to see it. All right, that's unfortunate. They're gonna draw a card now. Trying to keep them off of drawing cards is important, man. All right, well, I think I'm just gonna hang on to my lands. I don't really need any more lands, right? And on top of that, if we find a Scute Swarm, we're gonna want as many in our hand as possible. I don't know though. Orzhov, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. You saw in the first matchup, Orzhov is by far one of our worst matchups with all the sweepers that they might have, like Doomscar, Meat Hook Massacres. You saw that one matchup. Somehow we got through the first one, but I don't think we're gonna get through it twice, especially if they're gonna be gaining life like this every turn and we're just gonna flood out. There's no shot we win this. No shot, unfortunately. There's the Doomscar. There's the Doomscar. There's the Scute Swarm though. You never know. I mean, we get the Scute Swarm with the Evolving Wilds. You never know, man. If we could top deck a Valet. Top decking a Valet would be pretty nice. Is this for both players? Each player can't cast more than one spell each turn. Interesting. Wow, they come in tapped. That's pretty brutal. All right. Here's my one spell for the turn though. Asika's Chariot. I didn't realize there was even a second part of that text there with the non-basic lands coming in on taps. Putting them down to 20 seems pretty important, to be honest here. because I need to make sure they don't draw into the card. Well, they're actually going to kill my creature and gain 1 life anyway, so that was stupid. Okay, cool. Didn't think that went through, did we? It's all right. I'm a little on tilt, I can't lie. This matchup puts me on tilt. All right.
Aren't I the generous one?
All right. Another chariot is nice. We... blow up the board first. That way we can play the chariot as well. Get a little 2 for 1 going here. Everything over here. Kill the Lolth immediately. Again, though, just allowing them to draw an extra card every turn is feeling so rough right now. To take out 1 Scute Swarm, I don't know, man. Maybe they're struggling to find that sweeper because they're making some weird blocks. It seems like they're still kind of scared of the Scute Swarm, trying to keep it at bay. And I personally would have killed the other cat if I were them, if they had that option. But that would indicate that they probably don't have a sweeper, right? You'd think? No, they do, so it's kind of weird. All right, they always have it, right? I mean, they could have top decked it, obviously, too, which is pretty brutal if that's the case, but... it's good enough to get the Asikas going. Good enough to get the chariot in play. I mean, we're still making a run at it. We're making a run at it, but they're at 27 life right now, which is pretty insane. But that's the benefit of sweeping a board against us when we're running a million little 1/1s. It's just an infinite life gain for our opponent. Wandering Emperor. Unfortunately, we flooded out, guys. I hate to do this early, but I'd like to get more games in for you guys. And there's no way we come back from this. Let's be honest. I don't believe there's God, I hate conceding this early because I know some of you guys are like, well, wait and see if you hit whatever. But I really don't see a way out of this, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't. Yeah, that's just too much value. They're just getting way too much value. One more card. Let's see what it is. If it's a land, we can leave. But if it's not, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Just not a good matchup for us. Orzhov, probably by far the worst matchup because our opponents like to run, 14 types of sweepers. Okay, I mean, we might as well try to send it, right? We might as well send it, right? I mean, there's only 6 creatures, though. It's a total of 12 damage. Not going to happen. Not gonna happen. Unfortunately, not enough. I can't go face. That's only 12 damage. I can't split it up between the planeswalkers. They're gonna make some weird blocks, and then some of their creatures will die, but it's not enough. It's just not enough. GG. All right, well, we've got time to hopefully make one more shot out of this, man. One shot. We gotta hit it. And I'm talking massive damage. I get to go first. This is good. This is good. All right, we got the Scutes. We got the Scuties. We got the burn down the house to get us there, hopefully. It's Orzhov. Okay, a little slower, but we do know how badly we hate the matchup with Orzhov. Yikes, man. I guess let's get the join the dance down early. Let's just start beating him down. Maybe force their hand to use up a sweeper. Come on, meat hook. You're kidding me. You're kidding. It's gonna be hand hate. So do we play the Scute Swarm now then? I'm so afraid that we're just gonna get it removed. But then again, I'm afraid that we're gonna get it removed out of our hand. Oh, what a bind that we're in, aren't we? We're in quite the bind. All right, let's just keep focusing on the beatdown and force, like I said, that meat hook out of their hand nice and early. Could just use one more land off the top here. One more land, I'd feel good. It's unfortunate. It's a bit unfortunate. All right, that's fine. We get the Asika's Chariot down. Probably gonna need to crack that, unfortunately, man. Rough. Rough. All right, well, I mean, we played good, consistent Magic today. This is probably gonna be a good game for us. Just not gonna hit the combo today, unfortunately. I might have to like showcase at the beginning what this deck could potentially do and how much damage it can potentially hit for. We'll see. We'll see how I end up doing it. Great games though, man. All right, can we get our final land here to get the Scute Swarm going? Nice. Very nice. All right, Scute Swarm's in. Lands in. Scute Swarm gets the proc here, and then we'll go boom, 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 and then we'll create another copy of a Scute Swarm, which will help escalate that situation a bit. Imagine if we could just hit the devil, man. And like if we had the devil and we had like if this was the devil in our hand, the valet, and then we top decked, let's say, a rabble rousing, that's it. We got 2 million damage. All right, we're probably gonna get blown up here. They did just Deadly Dispute, which means that they just went pretty deep into their deck here. I would imagine that they're gonna find the Meat Hook Massacre, which unfortunately is gonna gain them so much life. That's the real problem here, is how much life they're gonna actually gain off of it. Because Burn Down the House could just refill my board. We can go right back at their face, but they're gonna gain so much life. There's no point in even trying to deal that damage again. That's odd. Is it a Devastating Mastery? That'd be horrible. It's Farewell. Okay. Just a terrible matchup, man. I'm telling you. Telling you, just not the matchup you want to see. Yikes, what is gonna happen here? Nothing, huh? We get another Burn Down the House. I mean, that's another set of devils here. Hopefully not another Farewell. Hopefully it's another type of sweeper. We'll see. I'll take that. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, a Doomscar doesn't get the job done. A Peril or whatever doesn't get it done. All right. Kappa Ready Charm would be nice off the top. No. Shoot, we get him down to 1. We get him down to 1. Oh, it's a grind, man. It's a grind to the finish. A grind to the finish. That should be game. That should do it. Deadly Dispute. Looking for an answer. They can't find it. GG's. Unfortunately, no 2 million damage, but you never know. I might throw in the intro what this deck could potentially do. That is going to conclude today's gameplay footage, guys. Sorry, wrong camera. That is going to conclude the gameplay footage. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. The games were so much fun. It was really, honestly, so much fun to see our opponents just like think that they have the edge all the way up to the end of the game and then just freaking one-shot them out of existence. But I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Pleasure to play. Whoever's idea this originally was to do the valet with the Scute Swarm or whatnot, very cool idea. Shout out to them. Thank you, Rick, for sharing that screenshot in the Discord. But yeah, man, we're gonna talk about how to maybe adjust the deck. But before I do that, if you are still here, I just want to say thank you for making it this far into the video. It means a lot. It helps out with the algorithm and helping the videos grow. So thank you so much for that support. But yeah, let's talk about it. So ultimately, I think we need to figure out a way where we can maybe draw some more cards. I don't know how that's going to be possible. Originally, I had this in Teamer and we had like Memory Deluge, which was really cool and helpful. One of the better cards in the deck. And it also added the iteration to get through some cards quickly. So there was a way to kind of get the combo together a little bit easier, which is why we had it in Teamer originally. But then we didn't have Rabble Rousing. So then I splashed in Rabble Rousing and added just a little bit of white, and it seemed to help a little bit. We obviously hit the combo pretty easily, but I ultimately lost a lot more games than I won. And I think putting this to a Naya shell was a lot cleaner and easier to work with. And I think that we really, if you want to be competitive and you want this deck to work, I don't think we need to focus so hard on the Valet, right? I'm a content creator, so I'm trying to meme on people. I'm trying to get that 200,000 plus damage so I can get a clip, right? That's not necessarily the idea of this deck. I think you can get away with this being a normal Naya's token list, right? You can get a lot of value through the Naya tokens list. I've made my own Naya token list a while back. It was very competitive and very good. That type of a deck, if you just kind of threw a couple valets into it, you might find yourself having a little bit more success with victories instead of trying to just bomb on somebody with a valet 200,000. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to go less memey, you can go that route. But ultimately, some things that I didn't think really panned out very well for us in this deck. Join the Dance, I think, was just a little bit of a bad card, to be honest. Obviously, creating the 1/1s was cool. It does buy us a bit of time, but for the most part, it doesn't really help us really grow the Valet too much, right? It's going to put it at a 4 power, which isn't, you know, crazy. Sunset Revelry also kind of a really good versatile card, but these two cards didn't really pull their weight. Seeker's Cherry didn't pull away. Outside of the combo itself, not a lot of these cards pulled their weight. I think Burn Down the House was really good. I think this has a place in the deck for sure. Obviously, a Seeker's Chariot in some regard is pretty sweet because it can copy Scute Swarms and do things like that, but it kept getting blown up for some reason, like really easily kept getting blown up. And then the Fabled Mirror Breaker was pretty cool too because of the copy effect of the Scute Swarm. We got to get some value out of that, but ultimately this, you know, finding us what we need is also really nice on level 2, but I just don't know if it really belongs in this deck. So ultimately, guys, maybe make this into a tokens build. Really hone in and focus hard on growing the battlefield and going wide. Maybe throw in some stuff like here, I'll actually pull it up real quick to make it easier here. What is the name of the creature I'm thinking of? Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I played it. Hold on one second. I know where it is. We're gonna look for it. Hang with me, guys. Hang with me, guys. We're almost there. Oh my gosh, Toski, that's the name. And of course I find it. Toski. You can throw Toski in this deck and make it a pure token deck, and then this thing can, you know, grab you a ton of card advantage. There's also a really cool other card that I considered throwing into the deck to draw some cards with, and it's Rite of Harmony. This is a really great tool to draw a ton of cards, but we didn't have a whole lot of enchantments to start off the deck. I actually added Fable to the Mirror Breaker later. So this actually might make a lot of sense now, throwing it in place of, like, let's say Sunset Revelry. That could be really, really helpful if I'm being honest. I totally forgot that we added the Mirror Breaker later when that was initially in the deck. So now this makes a lot more sense because you're getting more value with all the enchantment stuff. But yeah, man, I mean, it needs some work. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on how you can make this deck better. Just let me know down below. It was a lot of fun though. We still got to meme on people, which was pretty cool. And ultimately, you know, having fun is the key of the game, right? So I will say though, I hope you made it this far. If you already ran out and crafted the wild cards on this thing, please don't. You don't need to craft all the wild cards on this thing. This is not something you're going to run up the ladder and just destroy everybody with. It needs adjustments. But yeah, guys, that'll do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back here tomorrow on Wednesday for another Jund list, and it is going to be land destruction, so keep an eye out on that. It is going to be a lot of fun. But thank you for sticking around, and everybody, I just want to give a huge shout out as always to the Marty Mob. Thank you for being part of the Marty Mob. Thank you for helping, you know, grow the channel and, you know, keeping me going and keeping the channel afloat financially to do what I need to do. So I do appreciate that so much, and I really appreciate everything you guys do for me, man. So thank you. Shout out to you guys, and that will conclude today's video. We'll see you guys on the next one. Till next time, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.